I keep rebuying this cheap TV wall mount because it's that good. There's nothing slicker than a wall-mounted TV. Not only does it look amazing, you can put it exactly where you want it, you can tilt it so that it's perfectly in line with your vision, and it frees up space on your TV stand for your soundbar, speakers, console, whatever. It's a great look that I do with every TV we own. Here's the one I keep getting because it's so dang good. Now, just FYI, I don't always get the PP shell. Oh gosh, what a name, hey? See, sometimes when you buy stuff on Amazon, it's all the same crap with different names. I'm assuming these are all made in China at the same place, but different logos are slapped on for different companies, and that's the only difference between them. I've probably bought 8 of these wall mounts over the years, and each one had a different name. So when I say I keep buying this one, it means the same design, not necessarily from the same company. Look, on Amazon.ca, it's the PP shell. On Amazon.com, it's the mounting dream. The point is, you look for this design on sale. That's the one you buy, the cheapest one. Doesn't even matter what the name is. I'll link the best deals at the moment in the description, as well as my other favorite wall mounting accessory I'll talk about in just a minute. Just, if you go to Best Buy or a box store to buy your TV wall mounts, they're often $100, $200 or more. What a ripoff. This design offers all the features you'd want in a TV mount. It's as beefy as heck, and it's only $40 Canadian on sale, and sometimes you can get it even cheaper. Let me quickly show you why I like this one, how to easily install it, and some tips on how to make it look even better. Not only can you rotate the TV with this wall mount, you can also tilt it, which is great, especially when you mount the TV a little higher. Plus it also swivels. Again, for $40-ish, and for it to be this beefy, it's just such an awesome deal that can make your room look so much cooler. It's so worth it in my opinion. And check it out. My favorite part is hiding the wires so it looks like a mounted picture frame. Ooh, ah. Here's how to quickly install it. I'll give you the sped up version. First, move your TV somewhere flat like a table or an ottoman or a bed. Put it screen down on a blanket so you can put the brackets on the back of the TV. Make sure to put the fastening side of the brackets on the bottom. Use the hardware that came with the wall mount and find which ones fit your TV flush with the brackets. Use spacers if necessary. Make sure it's tight, but don't over tighten it. Next, locate your studs. The wall mount does come with giant wall anchors, but if your TV is big or glass like this OLED, I'm not sure I would use them. I only like to use studs to wall mount my TVs, so maybe check for studs before you even buy the mounts, just to make sure you can find some. Now, I like to mark the studs with tape and level off a couple spots before I test it out. Now, once you're happy with the height, and remember, you want the TV ideally at eye level when you're sitting. A lot of people mount it too high. Now it's time to drill some pilot holes for the lag bolts. The kit comes with a stencil, so tape that on, measure 2 or 3 times to make sure you've hit that sweet spot, and now it's go time. Once those holes are made, it's time to fasten in the mount. I've done this alone, but it's much easier if someone can help you and hold the mount to the wall while you get at least 1 or 2 bolts in. Fasten those bad boys nice and tight, and that thing ain't going anywhere. You're almost done. Clean the area of any debris, then grab that TV and slap it on the mount. Once on there, you can tighten the bottom of those brackets, and now you're cooking with fire. It should be mostly level, but the beauty of these mounts is it's just so easy to give it a little yank and straighten it out. Also, if you loosen the top bolt on the side piece here, you can now tilt the TV so it matches your eye line. Once you're happy with it, just tighten up that bolt. Take the level out and make sure it looks straight, and boom, look at that. You've got a beautiful wall-mounted TV and you did it yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Now it's time to crank it up a notch. To be honest, I hate the look of wires dangling down, even if they're all nice and tight together. So here's the special sauce. I used to just drill big holes behind the TV and the entertainment unit and ran the cables back through there so it looks sweet. But those holes are pretty ugly. Not that people really saw them, but check this out. These are my new thing. I went to Home Depot to see if they had something to hide those holes, but all they had were these rectangle bristled wall covers. Those suck. These are the ones that I wanted, and the only place I could find them were on Amazon. They cost $17 for a 4-pack, which is nice because I'm wall mounting 2 TVs, but they also come with the drill attachment if you don't already have it, so that's pretty rad. Pick a spot behind your TV between studs, drill a hole with this big boy, drill another hole directly below it behind your entertainment unit where people can't see it. Now use a level so the cables drop right in front of the hole in the bottom. Makes it a lot easier to pull the cables through. Then put on the wall pieces with the covers, and oh yeah, that's looking pro. Time to feed the wires. This can be the tricky part, and I'll be honest, sometimes you have to get longer cables if you want this look. I will often use a cheap extension cord as the TV power cords aren't usually that long, and depending on your HDMI cables, well, you might need longer ones too. This all depends on your TV size, etc., but still, I think it's totally worth it. I will often fish one cable through the holes, tie it with some twine, pull it back out, gather all the cables I want to fish down there, then do them all at once. And sometimes if you know you might add a future console or something, you might want to run another HDMI through there while you're going through all the effort so you don't have to do it again. Once it's done, plug everything in, clean everything off, and wow, so pretty, much joy. Who doesn't want to watch TV there now, right? It looks so good, and it really wasn't that hard. I'm just such a fan of these wall mounts. For not a big investment, you get a heavy duty mount, which is easy to level, even if you install it completely crooked. Plus with that wall cable management kit I found, it just looks sick. Your friends and family will beg you to help them install one for them too. Quick tip, make sure you get the right size mount for your TV and VESA's size. This mounting kit only supports TVs up to 65 inches. Now, since we have another TV that's even bigger, I had to buy a different wall mounting kit. The kits for bigger TVs usually include more hardware options, so make sure you know the size of your TV and take a look and measure the mounting holes on the back to make sure you have the standard VESA pattern on the back of your TV. And that's it. Now it looks like you have moving art hung on the wall. It looks like the Samsung frame. Okay, maybe not quite. This particular wall mount sticks out a bit, which is nice because like I said, you can swivel it, you can pull it out so that it's closer to you. But if you wanted, you can find flush wall mount kits. They're even cheaper, but they're a little trickier to get your cables into after the installation, which is why I like this one. One more thing, if the wall you are installing the TV on is an outside wall, there will be insulation between the studs and it'll be a lot harder to feed the cables through the holes. So if you can wall mount it on an interior wall, there won't be any insulation and it's super easy to drop the cables between the studs. You could always do your best to hide the cables if you wall mount it on an outside wall. Now, what if you don't want to wall mount your TV but still want a TV close to you in bed? Well, just get one of these and roll it to the foot of your bed when you want. And then you can roll it where else you want to use it, like to the bathtub. Kafeya sent me this for me to review for a future video. It's pretty cool, hey? I'll talk about it in a future video, but this thing is awesome. It's battery powered too. Yeah, you can put it outside or in the kids' rooms for a sleepover, whatever you want. Anyway, wall mounting a TV is just the best. We do it every opportunity we can since it's one of those things that just makes your living space look so much better and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Again, I'll share the best prices for each item I can find in the description and pinned comment. So if you're able to buy through those Amazon affiliate links, that would be really appreciated. You get to support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. And I can continue to avoid putting stupid ads in my videos. Well, that's it for today. I'd love to know what you think. Are you like me and love to wall mount your screens, or do you just leave it on the stand? My only problem with that is the tilt sometimes doesn't line up with your line of sight. I hate it when my posture is off. As always, thanks for watching. In case you missed my video talking about buying big cheap LED TVs and whether or not it's worth it, check that out here. Or watch this video where I talk about what I wish I knew before buying a big OLED TV. If you have any questions about TVs or mounting them in the comments, let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. See you next time on The Sad Life.